Hey guys, Aqua Duelist here. Before I jump into today's video, I do want to say I am doing a giveaway for a Soul Burner structure deck. If you want to enter, all you gotta do is subscribe if you guys aren't, or if you aren't subscribed. Yeah, subscribe if you aren't subscribed, and then in the comments down below, comment Disco Inferno, and you'll be entered in the raffle for that. We are doing the raffle on Monday, February 25th. That's gonna be like a week and a day from now. So yeah. Um, for those of you who are new to the channel, though, I do want to say, Dinomists are like the head of this channel. That is like my main thing. I love Dinomists. Honestly, the deck I probably had the most fun with ever. And I just really enjoy it. I've been playing them for good over a year now. So yeah. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and jump in this video. With that being said, now, so we just had Damas top at the Indianapolis regionals recently, and this guy came in with Dynamis, and he's like, "Yo, hey, I'm gonna top Dynamis," and he went top 15, and that is awesome. That is really awesome. I mean, I know I don't sound surprised as a lot of other people who are, but like I know this deck could do it. It's had the potential, and I mean we've gotten other tops recently. For me, it's like it's not really surprising. It was more like a this is gonna like when is this gonna happen? Like I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna be a thing. Um, but congrats to you, dude. So I do have the dude's matchups written here really quick. I'm going to briefly go over. I want to start off saying this dude went 7-2. This dude fought 4 Altergeist players. Like those are just insta wins. So yeah, yeah. The other matches this dude had was he had a Danger Thunder Dragon Guard Dragon match. He lost that 0-2. I mean, as someone who someone else who plays Thunder or not Dynamis, I can understand that. Personally, I feel like Dynamis, like, there's a lot of crazy things going on with that in that deck, so I feel like Dynamis can't really kind of keep up with that in particular. That's how I like they're putting out too much. Like the other deck's just putting out too much, and there's too many things they could do to essentially stop our plays. Um, he also dueled against Cosmos. He went 2-1. He won that. He also played Crusadia Guard Dragon and won 2-0. I'm actually a little surprised on this one because I actually just dueled a Crusadia Guard Dragon player. My last locals this last Sunday. And I just got straight up murked by that deck. Basically, the issues I had was I was playing Droll and Lockberg, stuff, and I had stuff in my side deck that would counter this deck, and like altogether, I think I had 12 cards that would have done something to this deck, and I just wasn't opening. Like I opened none of them, like a little more than a quarter of my deck, and I didn't get any of it. So I guess that's trash luck on my end, but I mean, that left a little bit of a taste in my mouth. So, um, dude also dueled against Galaxy Photons. Why is Galaxy Photons there? that should that should be a free win too. um, and then but yeah, he won that 2-0. And then he also dueled Trickstar 2-0. And he won. I can actually understand that one. That does make legit sense to me. Trickstars can't really get over most of our stuff here. On top of that, too, if we really wanted to and just ignore their board, I mean, we have Spinos, just Spinos them for game. That's always an option, like every matchup. So yeah, Spinos is so good. It's my favorite Damas card. But so yeah, that's the dude's matchup. 7-2. Really awesome. Congrats to you, dude. I know I probably don't sound as surprised, but like I knew this would happen. I mean, we've had Damas do quite a bit of tops recently in the last few months. Um, and like I knew they had the potential for a long time. It was just a matter of when to me. So yeah, I expected the tops at some point, but so going into this, oh boy, oh man, okay. So going into this deck, we got this dude has three Damas Plethios. I'm gonna briefly explain the card's effects because there's probably some new people on this channel that are watching and or new people who don't really know Damas that well. So all the scale sixes have the same effect. If they're in their pendulum, the scale sixes, if they're in your pendulum zone, you can negate a card effect that targets other Damas cards you control, another Damas card you control, and destroy it. The scale threes pretty much do the same thing, except for them, it's when they just a Damas card would be destroyed by battle or card effect. Is it yeah? Or no, not card. Yeah, card effect. So basically, right? Six is protected against what you call it, targeting, and then the scale threes protect against card effects and battle. So yeah. Um, but he ran the three Plethios staple. Opponent's monster loses 100 attack for each Damas card you control. Is it? Yeah, you control. And that includes your back row. That includes your pendulum scales. That includes Damas, Howling, and Charge. And a lot of people forget that or they don't realize it. So it's pretty funny how many people in my local still are like, wait, what? Like, how do I lose that attack? Well, like I control two scales and the Howling and then these monsters and like, it's his cards. So yeah, like a lot of people do that. Um, Three Baterans, destroy an opponent's monster by battle, get a free search. Doesn't really happen too often though. I mean, unless you're playing Altergeist, I mean, you're just gonna run over their stuff for days. Um, Brachion, if your opponent controls the highest attack monster, just special summon it. He ran three of them, and I feel like three is too bricky. Like I feel like two's fine, really. But hey, this isn't my deck. This is the deck that topped. I didn't even go like my deck hasn't topped. I mean, I haven't gone to a regionals or YCS, so yeah. Um, but with my experiences, I feel like three is a bit bricky. But I'm actually curious in how this worked. Three Ceratops. Basically, if all the monsters you control are Damas, you can special summon him. You can only control one Ceratops. Um, he ran three, and I know he's like a staple at three. Like for me, it's like 3-2 or three Ceratops and two Brachions are like the ratio you want. That's what a lot of people do. But even at three, like I have garbage luck against with Damas Ceratops, and I keep like drawing it like much more than I need. So he's become like a brick card and has cost me some games at three. So I mean that's I guess bad luck on my part kind of too. But then again, if you're running three, you have to be okay with seeing two in your hand. That's basically the rule. So if I have two, hey, I can use one as a scale. So, but yeah, um, two Spinos. The best card of Damas. You contribute a monster. He can attack you. He can attack your opponent directly, or he can attack twice, or you can just tribute two monsters and do both. So attack your opponent directly for 5,000. That's amazing. So many game, just like an instant game ender. Um, Damas Rex. If you basically whenever he destroys an opponent's monster, you can tribute a Damas monster you control. He can attack twice, or you can shuffle an opponent's card from their hand back in their deck. Honestly, that's not as good as people think it is. His actual timing on that effect is absolute garbage. And honestly, I would have just went like three Spinos and one Rex, but that's me. 2 Ankylos, basically a macrocosmos. Holy crap, a Dinomist Stegosaur. We never see these. Like, a lot of us in the Dinomist community are who look at this like, what's a Stegosaur doing there? But yeah, actually, I don't even remember what he. Okay, if he destroys if a pendulum monster you control destroys an opponent's monster, or battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy those monsters. So yeah, like that shows like how much we ever see this guy get played. He is one of the worst Damas cards. He's like one of the 4 like terrible ones. I mean, he's not the worst. He's not Rush. Rush is the worst Damas card. In my opinion. I mean, I know there's someone in the someone watching this during the comments can be like, "Oh man, Rush is so good. You don't know what you're talking about." Well, if Rush is good, how come it's not here? How come any of the tops that we had recently didn't have Rush? Exactly. There you go. Rush is a bad card. So yeah, 20 Damas monsters. So yeah. 10 of, I believe that's actually 10 of each scales too. So um going on to the hand trap lineup, we have 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs staple. I feel like what you gonna call it? I feel like Droll and Lockbird's better right now. Especially in especially locally for me, Droll and Lockbird's a lot better. But plus I'm a fan of the Droll and Lockbird Durandal combo, which is really crazy. Basically ends up leaving your opponent with no hand. But yeah, actually wondering how well, like, I'm wondering if Ash would have been, or if Droll Lockbird would have been the better matchup of that event. But yeah, Ash is just like a staple. You run her at 3. 3 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbits, basically becoming a staple of this format. And then we have the 3 Thunder Dragons. To a lot of people in the community, I have mentioned running this card in Dinomist before, and a lot of people were like, it's not that good and all this stuff. And look, here it is. It's in the deck list that topped the regionals. People thought I was crazy, and it's here. It topped. So basically, the theory behind what this dude did, basically you discard Pendulum Summon the 2, you make double Colossus. I mean, if you can't afford the Colossus, you do have other options of stuff you can do. So yeah, like, I'm just saying, even if you can't go into Colossus, you still got other stuff, and just the Thunder Dragons alone are a really good engine in Dinomists. Even in just Pendulums in general. If you have the space, by all means, run the 3 Thunder Dragons. You can do some stuff with these. I mean, even if you can't afford the Colossus, you still have options. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I've been trying to say anytime I talked about Thunder Dragon in Dinomists. And even like outside the videos, like the few videos I do mention it, like I talk to people in the community and they do not really think it's all that good, and it really is. And then we have 3 Damas Charge. Basically add a Damas, 1 Damas from deck to hand, and then anytime a Damas card would go to your extra deck, you can add 1 to the hand. That effect can stack, so yeah, keep that in mind if you're new to Dinomists or to the channel. And then the 2 Pod Desires, just a really good competitive staple. Upstart Goblin. I mean, I'm thinking this dude probably just didn't want to run 3 Pod Desires, and I honestly don't blame him. Decrease the chances of going Pod Desires and drawing a Pod Desires. So yeah. Then on to the traps. We have 3 Damas Howling and 2 Infinite Impermanents. What Howling does is it basically gets your scales from the deck. And then you're limited a little bit because you can't Pendulum Summon anything until the end of the next turn. Except for Damas monsters. So that would clash a little bit with the Thunder Dragon play, but yeah, who cares really? It's not all that bad. And then it has basically a compulse effect, a once per turn like compulse effect. So yeah. I'm actually a little surprised this dude ran only 2 infinite impermanents in the main deck though. So yeah, we're gonna go on to the side deck first. He's running the 3rd infinite impermanence, 3 Imperial Iron Walls, 3 Heavy Storm Dusters. Again, for that Altergeist, free wins, insta wins. 3 Evenly Matched, 2 Shared Ride. I feel like he probably ran this in place of Droll, Droll and Lockbird, because I feel like Droll and Lockbird and Shared Ride kind of mainly accomplish the same thing, except with Shared Ride, it gives your opponent a choice, basically where it's like don't make the plays, or make the play and let my opponent plus a bunch like me. So yeah. Basically it's like don't play, or kind of like somewhat of an even playing field. I guess that's what I think. Kind of something like that basically. Makes your opponent think, do I really want to let my opponent draw all these cards? And then the 3 Pankratops, that's just a staple. Makes sense. Going on to the extra deck, we have the best card, or the best Link monster, Electromite. 1 Mistard Boy for the buffs. Cleafort Genius. I feel like this card doesn't get enough attention, or like not attention. It doesn't get all the credit it deserves. I feel like it's really good. Something too I want to say with Cleafort Genius, you do have the one kaiju that is a what you call it? That is a machine, so you can I think you could use Howling's effect to bounce it back. I know you could do it with Luna. I'm not sure with Howling though. Never really tried it. Because usually I just had Luna. 1 Skull Dread, 1 Borload Dragon, and then for the XYZs we got the Infinity Nova package, the Bahamut Shark Totally Awesome package. We have 1 Volcasaurus, and then we had the 1 Gaia Charger, which goes over, which basically you play Volcasaurus, you get its effect off, play that over Volk. So yeah, kind of wish I didn't turn the 1 Thunder Charger I had into a token and then trade off my Volcasaurus, but I have another Thunder Charger coming in, and I can easily get a Volcasaurus. So he also played a Silent Honor Ark. I know a lot of people will be like, why not run Castell? I can understand why, because it is a water monster. So it does have a bit of synergy right there. The other thing I have to say too is actually this card's been seeing some play recently. I'm not sure why, but it's just like in the other deck, like some of the other decks I've seen it in. I mean, it's just been seeing some play. That's really it. And then the 1 Abyss Dweller. And your stuff's all water machines, so you get the buff with Abyss Dweller there. It's pretty nice. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing, man. Ooh. And then we have 2 Thunder Dragon Colossuses. Basically the options this dude ran for the Thunder Dragon. I mean, double Colossus is pretty intense. Actually, what level is Colossus? Like 8, I think. Yeah. So I mean, I can't really think of an XYZ that you'd want to just go into the use the Colossus for. Colossus would be the better option. It'd just be better to keep 2 Colossuses. But yeah, that double Colossus though, that's pretty crazy. Thinking it's popping out 2 Colossus and Dinomists here. I mean, that's intense. That's insane. But yeah, I mean, if you can't afford the Colossus, I would honestly recommend Constellar Pleiades, because it's basically a walking Compulse on legs, and it's really good. And actually, I feel like it's underestimated right now. It could it's really good. Recently, because we got a lot of monsters that just float when they get destroyed. So, yeah. So you could run You could run the you could run another rank 5 if you want, but yeah. So that's what I have to say. Like to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys would like to donate to my Patreon, I'll post the link in the description down below. If you guys would like to join my Discord server, that is completely free. If you guys want to join that, hang out, talk, about Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, whatever hang out and stuff. Join the Discord server, link in the description to that down below. I typically do 4 or 5 videos a week. If you guys aren't subscribed and would like to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all Monday.